Yo, what's
Yo.
going on? YouTube. It is the Arm Wrestling Pulse on Monday at 3 o'clock. It is myself, Derek Smith, and the beautiful Ryan Turner. You're hanging out.
What's going on? Don't listen to him. It's 6 o'clock in real time.
Oh, in real time.
East Coast, Beast Coast, baby. Don't listen to those West Coast. They don't know how to keep time. 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific.
Well, in terms of real time and East Coast, the douchebag himself, Mike Aiello, has officially flaked. No, he got caught doing overtime at work and he wasn't able to make it. I just found this out like an hour ago, guys. So I'm sorry about that. I can show you guys the text. He said he was in it for Monday. I promise that's why we posted it. He said he was down. Work came up, and I guess he got stuck at work. So no guest today. Sadly, you're stuck here with me and Ryan. But I think we'll figure this out. We'll be
worst punishment.
Yeah, worst punishment ever. I want to say what's up to everybody coming in the chat. Obviously, quick shout out. Keep plugging Ryan's channel, you guys. We're still boosting his channel as much as we can. So you guys, if you can, go like, subscribe, and follow Ryan on his YouTube journey. If you guys want to follow any of my socials or anything like that, or check out any of my sponsors, or go to the awswitch.com, which is a site where I sell hats, shirts, and stickers and things like that. Go over there. And then there's NatFit Nation. There's linestraps.net and things of the like. All discount code AWDerek. Save yourself a little money on all that stuff. So that's all the official crap out of the way. What's up to Kyle Quinn and Mr. Peanut? First couple people to pop into the chat. I went crazy with Ryan. I don't know if you know, like last week I had a crazy live stream, right? It was absolutely wild. Yeah. And I gained like 75 members in one live stream. Anyway, so this week I went back, and this is on my channel right now, so this is one reason I'm bringing this up, is that my members now have access to new emojis I put in there. I uploaded like 4 or 5 different emojis.
I saw
custom for my members. So I don't know how it's going to show up on the StreamYard thing, or if it shows up the same. Hey, Richard, I believe you're a member. Try to use the different emojis I put up there. Is there the Derek smiley face and flexi arm?
And then the 2 arms, dude. That's
yeah. Let me see if that pops up in the chat or not. If you have access to those emojis, I don't know if it works on StreamYard or the differences. Anyway, all right. So you guys know the layout of this show. We're gonna go over Reddit. We're gonna talk about popular topics. Ryan is way more organized than me in terms of this, but what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to start at the top. We're going to work our way down. We're going to talk about popular stuff for about an hour. We'll end about 4 o'clock, give our opinions and our thoughts on stuff. Some of the stuff is a little bit crazy. Some of the stuff is a little bit cringe, as Reddit is at times, and we're just going to work our way through it, and hopefully we have a little bit of fun doing this.
Reddit cringe? That's blasphemy, Derek. How dare you?
I didn't even put a filter on this. This is literally just whatever. Like, I'm just starting at the top of the page.
I hope you enjoyed having a YouTube channel, because those community guidelines, man.
Okay, so scroll down. We had the questions from Mike Aiello. Obviously, that's void for now. We'll see if we'll get back together with him or not, if he's available. I mean, stuff. Of course, we still want Mike on the channel. We just got to figure if we can schedule that accordingly. Next one is, or the first one I'll talk about right here. We'll start at the top, man. Engen overheated. Have you seen this clip, Ryan, of Engen going off on the dude in the comment section of the video?
Yeah, I have.
Travis is sitting there just like, Engen, calm down. Your blood pressure is getting out of hand. You're going to die. I mean, you guys, I've had these conversations with Engen personally, man. I've seen his vision. I've been in Engen's hometown. He's trained me personally, like hands-on. And his vision is like, when I hear people say things like Engen's just for the money, he's just greedy, and dude, it's so far from the truth. And like, I get how he's so frustrated, because it's such a passion project for Engen. Like, this is it. This is his life's work. This is everything he's been caring about for his entire life. He's holding the best event possible in a lot of people's minds, and definitely his mind. He's finally doing the thing he's wanted to do forever. It's finally happening. People are just, he's saying it as people trying to, like, crap all over it, right? And he's like, what are you calling, like what is going on? Your enemies of arm, like in his brain, your enemies of arm wrestling, you're trying to tear this all down. I get where the passion comes from with Engen. I fully get it. Like, he is doing the best he can for the sport, and it's amazing things. So I get the passion. And I know he gets a little hot-headed. But I'm not saying I back up everything he says or every outlook he has on everything, but I do understand the passion, and I do understand like why he gets so heated. You know what I mean? What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah. So in a way, he's kind of like my boss now, right? Yeah. So I'm helping make content for the East vs. West channel. So I'm in touch with Engen a lot. And there's a few points to hit on here. In terms of being selfish and wanting to either keep more money or just make more revenue from the pay-per-view sales, if any complaint I have about Engin running the business, it's that he's too selfless. He's giving away too much money to where it's like it's a struggle every time whether the funding will even be there for the next tournament and whether or not he's going to have to front who knows how much. These things are extremely expensive. So I can tell you firsthand, he is extraordinarily generous, if anything, too generous. So just throw that criticism out the window. This is not a ploy for Engin to make more money. That is 100% not his motivation. I can tell you firsthand. And then, yeah, as for people in the chat, I mean, he should really hire Travis as like the chat reader, and Travis can handle all that. Engin, just focus on putting on the events. You're an absolute legend, dude. You're a gift to the community.
He needs
just ignore the chat, man. Because people, what's that?
Does he have any moderators at all in his? I don't think he does. Does he have anybody moderating his chat? He needs people.
Yeah, that's what he needs. Yeah, he needs like an on-point moderator. But again, we don't have to beat this horse to death. He doesn't want people doing it. Don't do it. This is such a gift. We are so spoiled to have these events that to lose out on a live chat, whatever, it's such a small hit to what we are getting in return. It's like giving a Lamborghini and being like, oh, there's an air freshener inside. That's a scent I don't prefer. So it's not a huge deal. That said, I think it's important to have these discussions. We do need to discuss whether this is good or bad. That's fine and fair, and we should have those discussions. But to make it an attack on Engin is totally inappropriate. Let's just keep it civil and enjoy these awesome events. That's my take in a nutshell.
There we go. All right, so I changed it to top for this week to be because someone in the chat said, "Is this supposed to be the top stuff of the week?" It's true. Okay, I'm with you. All right, so I got a little more organized, a little more professional here. So his top one says, Kirgali Angarbayev became second arm wrestler after Alexi voted to hold deputy position of district/state of his country. In the post, I think it's from Kirgali. Says, "Dear fellows, dear people, thank you for your trust and support. I was elected as deputy Maslihat in Shardara district. From now on, I will do my best for the prosperity of every village and every settlement in our district without betraying the trust of the people." Wow. So not only has I seen Kirgali go back to his country, even after taking losses in top 8, he would take a loss and he'd go back and there would be parades. They've given this dude cars and trucks. They would walk around on a horse, on horseback and stuff. Like, wow. Kazakhstan really knows how to treat their top arm wrestlers, man, for sure. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Have you seen that Igor went to that training facility? I don't remember the town it's in over there, but they have like a school, like an academy of arm wrestling where it's like divided by age groups. There must have been 100 people in the facility during the filming. And it's like, you do this, they have the workout section, then this section, and the older guys will train with a younger guy, like a mentor system. And then they move on to the next level. It is run like a well-oiled machine there. Kazakhstan is serious about their arm wrestling.
Yes.
And it's on my bucket list, man, to go there. It looks unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I saw these same videos, dude. They do it right. They do it right over there, and it shows. I mean, the quality of arm wrestlers that come out of Kazakhstan are second to none. I mean, they're top elite dudes for sure. Yeah, I mean, they have this one guy that's kind of okay, named Morzov. He's all right. He's whatever.
One trick pony.
One trick pony. Okay, moving forward, it says this guy waxed Lavon. So this is in reference to Travis Beijing when he was on tear. What year was this? 2018? No.
Was it that late? Because this says left hand final. So that means this was the tournament. And I feel like the super match series started in 2018. So this might have been like the 2016 because they canceled 2017, right? So I want to say 2016, but
okay.
Either way, I mean in the 20 teens somewhere.
But this version of Travis was scary, man. Like he was on point when he joined shoulder forward with Jerry in straps, throwing Dave across the table. I mean, Travis was something special that day, that's for sure.
Yeah, he can turn up, man. And I feel like the last time we really saw him in form was at the WEC championship against Georgi Svetkov, left-handed.
Right,
dude. Like that wasn't even long ago, and he looked ridiculous, dude. Like flash pinning, toying with Georgi. Travis can turn on, man. And I know he was saying like it comes down to whether or not his son gets a good draft pick in the upcoming NFL draft, whether or not he really focuses on arm wrestling again. But I hope he does, dude, because this post, I think, is a little bit of a meme, this guy, Wax Lavon, but like kind of maybe not. Like maybe he can actually have a shot. if he takes it serious. Travis is a real freak, man.
Yeah, it's the only reason I don't go too crazy when I hear the if Travis took it serious things, because that's just been like the what if question since I've been in the sport. Like, I mean, when I got in it, he was just kind of dwindling, and I mean, even for this WL right here, I mean, before this, he'd already was taking years off. You know what I mean? It still wasn't the original Travis. So, I mean, it's always been that question, and like, so I get kind of not burned out on it, but who knows, man? Like, who knows? What if John Brzezinski went back in time and
it's kind of a cop out.
Yeah, a little bit. So, although it is interesting to think about, I guess, but it's just like, I'm not going to put any more energy, brain function into that.
He's good on the mic, though. If they want to have him commentate more, I'm down.
He is great on the mic, and I will be in the booth with him. Hey, did you say anything about getting you out there? You going to go to East vs. West at some point, or what?
Yeah, we haven't talked too much about it in depth. Maybe for 8 or something, I can come and help film, get some content out there. But for now, I'm just focusing on the digital side of content creation for the team.
Just another internet troll, Ryan. You gotta get out there in the real world, man.
I know, man. I actually don't exist in real life. I'm just I'm an AI generated VTuber.
All right, so this picture of Devin says old man Logan. Although he does look a lot like Wolverine for sure. Definitely way more jacked than what's his name? Who played Logan again? What's his name? Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. Nice.
Oh yeah, dude. Devin's way more jacked than Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he could walk on the set of X-Men and get the gig, dude. Also, Devin's looking ridiculous, bro. What the hell?
And he's Canadian. I mean, Wolverine was Canadian too.
Was he really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's Canadian. All right, so moving forward, Lavon Star starring as Talha the Ram in The Lady of Heaven 2021 Georgian film. Look at my boy there. Look how they done him up in this.
Oh my God.
They got him looking like, I don't know how to describe that exactly. Be big. He looks big. He looks pretty big. It's a
battle hardened.
Yeah, battle hardened. Look at that long beard.
Yeah, whoever the casting director is needs a raise, dude. Because my goodness, what a pick.
It's just hard for me to see him like this because hanging out with him, he's such a goofball. Like when he's not. Yeah, he's hilarious. Just I don't know. He's like me. He's just a big goofball giant dude. And I see, obviously, he turns up for matches and stuff like that. But in general, he's a really easygoing guy, especially compared to the other Jordans I met. Like, Lavon is one of the easiest going dudes ever. He actually laughs and cracks jokes and, like, has a good time. Like, so seeing him like this makes me laugh. But I'm super happy for him. Once again, arm wrestlers, top guys in the world, getting what they deserve, in my opinion, and getting the spotlight,
I don't think this is his only one, too. I remember another clip floating around of him, like, with a machine gun, so presumably a different movie, but clearly on a movie set filming. I don't know what's going on with that, but I think he's actually getting multiple movie gigs now, which is sweet. Good for him.
Attaboy, Lavon. Attaboy, Lavon. All right, so someone posted by Arm Wrestling is Fun, the lineup, the East vs. West lineup. Okay. So I am stoked. I'm stoked on this. I mean, I get to commentate all this stuff. So my dream, there's not a better match that I would have requested to be at. No East vs. West where I wanted to commentate more at than a Devin Larratt versus Gennady video. And this is what I'm saying right now. I've heard rumors that it's me, Travis, and Neil Pickup, and we might alternate who commentates on what matches. If they try to bully me out of that booth because they have more seniority, they've been around longer, on the Devin and Gennady match, I'll be around. Either, like I said, I think last time, either I'll be on the stage right next to the match, but I'd rather, you know what, maybe I wouldn't even be good at commentating it. Maybe I'll just be screaming the whole time. It won't even be inaudible screaming. But that match, I cannot wait, dude. I am so hyped on it. But all these matches are ridiculous. I know this only because I was doing my research the other day. There's only 2 people on here I kind of need to do a little more background checks on. Alzan Muratov, which I already know some about, but I want to do more, and I needed to learn a lot more about Bacho Sagnashvili. I know I've been hearing he's amazing. I haven't done my homework all the way on it, but everybody else on here, I can talk about to a good extent, right?
Yeah, Bacho's like 18 though, so I don't even know how much data there is. I think he's obviously done WAF stuff, but I think youngest guy on the East vs. West card ever. Mm-hmm. So wow, what an opportunity! Imagine doing that as a teenager. My goodness,
against Adam Orinsky, who is intense too.
Yeah, dude, what a showing last time by Adam, dude. I'm very curious where his ceiling is right now because, yikes.
So happy that, some non-super heavyweights from the North America are doing good and shining overseas, man. That's been a long time coming, and that's been one of the biggest things, especially I think a lot of the newer fans don't understand, is that, okay, some of our older super heavyweights can always go bang and hang over there with them, but so rare that anybody below 300 pounds is hanging with from North America is hanging with anybody from overseas. And now that that's becoming a thing, like I know Justin Bishop lost his last match, but the fact that he was in it, like there was angles where he could have won his last match and stuff like that. The fact that he was in it, dude, speaks volumes. And it's getting me so excited about guys like Adam Orinsky or guys like Doug Ehrlich or all the North Americans that are going over there starting to hang and improve themselves. And Brandon Alcester getting his big shot on the stage. Excited to see him as well.
Yeah. By the way, Mr. Peanut in the chat said the other movie for Lavon is called Extraction. So look into that if you want to see Lavon with a machine gun.
He has a machine gun?
Yeah, dude, he's walking down the street just like blasting away, dude. That's the only clip I saw. I don't know I don't know if he's the good guy, the bad guy, but that's what we got. So
yeah, I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to go watch that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so can't get enough of Pradipio roasting Neil into oblivion. Also, he's first one to call out Devin's hypocrisy related to live commentary. Why Mario Pradip reference? Someone make this make sense to me. Ryan, what is it? What am I not getting?
I think Pradipio.
The mustache?
Well, I think Martino Doni actually said he looks more Italian than I do, and Martino's from Italy. I guess it's the mustache. It works. Okay. Why not?
Gotcha.
Why not?
Well, I mean, that's definitely something Pradeep does. He's calling everybody out on everything. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't even remember what I said last week, and so people can call me out, like find my my delusional stuff. I'm sure I've contradicted myself a million times. It kind of happens in life, but yeah, those emojis aren't coming out onto StreamYard, by the way. That sucks.
Yeah, you can see the one they're trying to use. It just doesn't translate.
I see y'all trying to use the emojis, and thank you. I appreciate that. I can't see on StreamYard. It doesn't show up from my side though. All right, so so this one's titled Engen making a return, and it's basically Engen saying that he's coming back to arm wrestling. He's training and he's coming back, and he's going to be going for the 85 kg East vs. West title. I can't wait for people to understand how good of an arm wrestler Engen is when he's ready to go. Like, this dude is a legend. A lot of people regard Engen as the best lightweight arm wrestler of all time, right? And I know he always gives credit to everybody else, but if you ask, a lot of top guys, they're going to say Engen's the best lightweight of all time, and he has all the records and stats to prove it, like 1,000,000%. So I'm really excited about Engen training again.
Yeah, I wonder. I read this. I don't remember if he said who he wants to go against. Him and Artur Makarov is one of my favorite matches of all time. The first time they met, not at East vs. West, but I hope they run that back. I don't even care if it's a rematch, dude. I love watching them two pull. It's like a classic battle of inside versus outside. So, and yeah, Engen's got all the tools, man. The speed, the power, the technical know-how. He's the total package. So super stoked. This can't happen soon enough.
I think he needs it too. I think he needs a way to vent his frustration so he doesn't start yelling at people on video.
You think that's what it is?
Engen can go crazy on stage, and hopefully he'll feel a little calm down after that.
I wonder if you're right. Maybe he's just got pent-up energy and needs to be released on the table. That could be it.
Okay, next one. It says, I think Paul Lynn is top 10 in North America, posted by Murloc 1212. Okay, first off, Paul Lynn is amazing. Paul Lynn's super strong. All credit to Paul Lynn. He's awesome. Guys, practice. Stop. I mean, I'm not saying maybe this happens in a real match, but it is practice. Therefore, that's all we can assume is that it's practice until it's proven on a table, right? So I don't know. I mean, like, what do you think about this video? Do you think this means that in a real match, Paul Lynn beats Jerry, or he's next to Jerry and then top 10 overall?
Well, if that's how we're doing it, I should be ranked above Jerry because I practice with Jerry sometimes. He's up in Massachusetts, my home state. And depending on what he's done already at practice, I can go and do something like that because he trains hard, dude. That club, with Jem Fitzsimmons, that whole crew, they go hard. And Jerry gets tired. He's a human being, especially when you weigh 340 pounds. So we don't have the context here. Is this early in the practice? Is it late in the practice? Did Jerry pull the day before? Was he pulling a bunch of people? I mean, I feel like I'm a broken record here, but enjoy practice footage. It's fun to see Jerry and Paul on the table. I'm going to watch that every time.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can take away from this other than Jerry and Paul are training together, and that's awesome. That's really the only takeaway. And
yeah, I mean, dude, it might be, and Paul might be top 10.
Yes.
But I'm saying that we can't get that information from this video. Is what I'm
Correct.
saying, right?
Correct.
And Paul is amazing. He very well could be top 10 overall. I'm talking overall, all humans in North America. He is a beast. All right. So posted by the one from Mushai says Lavon. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, okay. Lavon live. Hermes, Devin, Dennis, Wait more. Oh, okay. So Lavon went live with Engen and is kind of talking about what they talked about. So he lost a little bit of weight. He wants to keep losing weight. The reason he struggled with Hermes because Hermes was being really strong, but he wasn't motivated because of his friendly relationship with Hermes. That didn't give him the proper anger, and the lack of oxygen in the room also for Hermes. Yeah. So okay, he lack of oxygen, but because he's such good homeboys with Hermes, he couldn't get motivated to train. Maybe Hermes should have called Lavon some more names.
Yeah,
like Devin did, and piss him off.
Tell me he has low quality muscle.
Looking at facts and what is improving, Hermes is number 2 in the world. Maybe Devin could be a contender for the spot 2. He'd like to see a match between the two. Okay, so he's putting Hermes at number 2 above Devin now because he had Devin at number 2, right?
He said Devin's definitely number 2 after his match. So whoever pulls Lavon just becomes number 2 right afterwards.
But at the same time, who else would know better than the number 1 guy?
Actually, that is fair. I was making a joke, but yeah, you're kind of right.
He said he doesn't know where Dennis stands, but he wants to pull him when Dennis will be ready. He'd like to pull the peak Dennis. He was stronger. He thinks Devin will beat Dennis. That's interesting. I mean, that's a match. That's a legendary match. Everybody wants to see is Dennis versus Lavon, and to see how that would pan out is something like, man, I'd pay top dollar for sure.
Yeah, too early though. I think we need to see a little more Dennis. Right?
Yeah. He needs to gain some weight, get a little more comfortable on the table, get a little bigger, bigger muscles and stuff like that, and stronger. But I think it's inevitable. Hopefully, as long as all health is good, I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Says he rises to the table in perfect condition. Nobody can beat him. If he's not, he could be in trouble. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, I'll take him at his word for it, but I mean, that's kind of something. I mean, that's a weird thing to say. I almost feel like he's leaving excuses, potential excuses. I mean, for every match. Wasn't perfect condition. Like,
yeah.
I mean, arm wrestlers, nobody's
true, though, right?
No arm wrestler is in perfect condition.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist. He's still got some issues with his left shoulder. He's training his left, but he's not planning to compete. He maintained his max wrist strength for more than 1 round. So wasn't he ranked first left? I think when they ranked him first right, they ranked him first left. And did he even have a left-handed match?
Dude, I was trying to remember. Has he had a left hand? I mean, obviously in WAF he did it, but yeah, he definitely was. There was a time where people were like, Lavon's right and left hand number 1 in the world, no questions asked. But I feel like his left has been MIA for a while, and I know it's injured. So I don't think he can have that title anymore, which means it goes to Morozov. Like who has it?
Yeah, I think it is Morozov, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Imagine being so dominant right-handed that they give you the left-handed number 1.
Is that
Here's a little side gift, a little side present for you. Take him to the number 1 left spot as well. He doesn't underestimate Morozov, but he's confident he will win. He advises him not to gain too much weight in a short period of time. Makes sense. Yeah, Morozov. But, I mean, like, what? Is Morozov's cardio going to be worse than Lavon's? I mean, I don't know about that. Yeah. Predictions, Chaffey versus Ross 50-50. Angerbayev slightly favored against Irakli. Damn. He's given his 2 countrymen 50-50 and as not the favorite. That's interesting. Usually the Georgians always pick each other to win.
Yeah.
Devin versus Gennady. Dream match. Oh, see, I like to hear that, just like me. Gennady is probably more endurance than Devin, and they are both smart on the table. It's 50-50. If Devin takes Gennady's risk, Gennady will hit with a press. They go on the hook. It will be a bad day for Devin. Devin would have another tattoo on his biceps.
Which is hysterical.
The endurance part, I don't agree with that. I believe if they go into hook, that Gennady is stronger. I do agree with that part. But no way you can say Gennady had better endurance. Devin, nobody has better endurance than Devin. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I don't know. Yeah. What do you think? Who wins that match, Ryan?
Devin. I think Devin's a 70-30 favorite. He's looking bigger. He's saying he's the strongest he's been. Gennady's had holes. I mean, if you look at Gennady versus Michael Todd, it took a lot of work to get Michael Todd down compared to how Devin took down Michael Todd. Now, obviously, there's nuance to each one. Gennady's been nursing an injury and things like that. But comparing apples to apples, I think Devin's hot right now and is even stronger now. Gennady's, he lost the first 2 rounds to Dave Chaffey. Devin won against Dave Chaffey, but I just see Devin taking the hand, sitting there, doing the King's move if he has to, which he may not even need to do. It might look very similar to the Prudnik match, but I do think Devin is just on another planet right now. Not to take anything away from Gennady, I still give him a decent shot because he's so explosive and might just hit in such a way that Devin can't catch and then start working the hand. Because we've seen Gennady flop press off the start with Tim Breslin. We've seen Gennady hook. We've seen Gennady top roll. So he just has so many options to throw at Devin that there's a chance that one of them's going to work, that Devin just Devin will think, oh, he's going to press me, but he actually just goes for this like defensive top roll. You never know with Gennady. So good match. Super excited. I do think Devin's a slight favorite, but I won't be shocked if he doesn't take it.
It's just so close to call for me, man. I can't put out a solid prediction on this one. There's just too many variables. They're too versatile. There's too many different things that can happen. I don't know.
Fair.
All right, moving forward. Posted by D Rocca. How Pradip keeps gaining exposure. Then literally, like he's gaining exposure, like the camera is getting brighter and brighter on him each time.
Right. It's a pun. Yeah.
I get it.
Well done.
Posted by Nefarious. Alexi versus Dennis / Datakayan sparring video when? I'd be interested to see that as well. I mean, I would think Datakayan throws Alexi over across the table right now. I would think. I mean, I'd be shocked if that's not happening.
Yeah.
Datakayan is crazy strong. I still think in a hook, left-handed, I don't know who beats him in the world. In a hook, left-handed.
Damn.
In that scenario, who? Do you see how he handled Morozov? And Morozov hooks.
Yeah.
It's like supposed to, and like just it wasn't close. I don't know who beats him left-handed hook.
Yeah, well, Alexi's on YouTube again, right? Or maybe for the first time. He's back training. Do we know where he's at exactly?
I don't. I've been seeing little sporadic videos, but nothing consistent that I know of.
Yeah, it's tough with the language barrier, but I would love to see Vovoda back in it, man.
Oh yeah, I heard that he might be coming back just for like a match. But I'm not making plans to do consistently be back.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not Tim Bresnan because right they did that before. Tim beat him, and then he went back into retirement.
That was a cheap shot, dude. That was a cheap shot.
Was it a cheap shot?
Alexi, I'm sorry. Like Ryan, he doesn't represent my thoughts. He's on his own thing.
I assume he's got a good sense of humor. I hope it is Tim. That's a shot at redemption. I'm sure he wants it. But yeah, for those who are new to the sport, Alexi was like the dude to beat for a while. He was a monster. And then what, did he get like poached by the Russian government to be in the Olympics, or did he?
Yeah, they stole him.
Yeah, they stole him, and he became a bobsledder in the Olympics and did great. He won, I believe. Yeah. And so and then he got into politics and he fell out of arm wrestling. But he was. I mean, if you've seen Pulling John, yeah, he was the dude for a while.
Yeah, he was with that long hair, man. The guy was killing it in that.
Yeah,
he was crushing it. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see how he comes back. I mean, he was versatile puller as well. I would be interested if he wins this. Will he call out Tim? I wonder if he'll try to go back down that road.
Like
people haven't been making a big fuss about Tim on an international scale lately. I mean, I don't know why. I'm just saying, like, I haven't heard a lot about Tim in terms of international stuff. So it'll be interesting. I wonder if Alexi would go back for Tim. Try to.
Yeah. I'll ask Tim because that would actually be like a legacy match. That would be super freaking interesting. So yeah, let's pull that thread a little bit and see if we can make something happen.
There you go. We did get a super chat in the chat from Chris Drummond, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Says Gennady and Dave probably earn a pin each against Devin. Gennady and Dave. I can agree with that statement. I can agree with that. I can go with that. Yeah. How many pins? I don't know, but a pin, each of them get a pin against Devin. Yeah. I mean, they definitely have enough pressure, can generate enough pressure to move Devin's arm down to the pin pad at least one time. I agree.
Yeah, I feel bad for Dave because he comes out so strong in those first couple rounds. Like, I know he's taken some L's in East versus West, but they're usually after being up like 2 or at least the first round, and he seems to just gas out. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Dave Chaffey round 1 is a totally different monster than Dave Chaffey round 5.
Okay, scrolling down. Is Engen breaking down? All right, we already talked about Engen and his anger, so we're not getting more back into this. But nah, man, y'all just stop tripping on my boy Engen. All right, Monster Michael Todd in RE4. This kind of looks like Mike Todd a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's uncanny. I wasn't sure if it was like fan art or what is RE4? Resident Evil 4? Is that what that is?
Oh, yeah, probably Resident Evil 4. Yeah.
Okay, so that's just a still from a video game. I didn't know if that was like a design engine and someone.
Crazy because like it has like Mike has those grays going on right now. Like that looks a lot like Michael Todd for sure.
Uncanny.
All right, let's see. Wikipedia mods think Travis Beijing isn't notable enough to be mentioned on his son's page. Now, those of you guys that don't know, Tyson Beijing is Travis's son, and he's in the process of trying to get into the NFL. Went to the combine. He was one of the top quarterbacks from a Division II college, and he's done really, really well. And so they're trying to get him in the NFL. Apparently, so we heard I've heard different things. So I looked it up. I don't know. I'm not a football guy, right? And I don't know really how the combine works or how well he did compared. So I looked it up, and his scoring wasn't that good. When I looked up, like I looked up his actual rating, and then there's a scale that says what each rating would kind of mean, and it said like maybe bench or practice team is what the rating said that he scored. But I think that he shined really bright in certain areas. So that's just the rating, but I don't think that goes into what like they officially saw the day of or the promise they saw, just how he was rated, if that makes any sense. So I haven't talked to Travis private about it, but I think he's still pretty optimistic about his boy in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, most of what I know about Tyson is through Travis, and so I'm getting a rosy-colored picture. But it seems like the dude has a real shot of becoming something big in the NFL. And I watched some clips from the NFL Combine. It's on YouTube, I think, on the NFL channel. And dude, the commentators were like, "Dude, he is smooth. He is silky. He's got a great arm on him." So he was getting compliments, and I know he has some records in the division he was in college. So. Yeah, I think there's a real shot. I think April 27th is the draft day. So I'm going to try to tune in for that. That'll be exciting. But yeah, as for this is ridiculous. How arm wrestlers are an oppressed group. We can't even get a mention on a Wikipedia page. Unbelievable, man.
Well, the NFL's too big, man. You know, top being big in football is everything.
Yeah.
Moving down by Couch Apple, another video of England getting overheated. All right, moving forward past that. It says, SafeFix4424 says, it's absurd how people believe the only reason Lavon is a champion is because he weighs a lot. And then there's a long post. I'm not going to read that whole thing. Obviously, guys, does weight have something to do with it? Yes. Mass moves mass. Being big moves things, right? Weight moves weight. But is it everything? No, of course not. You gotta have technique. You have to understand how to like all things on how to arm wrestle. You have to have somewhat endurance. You have to be strong in all areas, and like weight will help some of that, but that's not the only reason that he's champion. I mean, it helps, but it's not everything. What do you think?
Quality muscle, my friend.
Wow.
There's some truth to that, dude. There's some real truth to it. Yeah, I could go on a just binge eating fest, put on an extra 100 pounds. Am I going to be that much of a better arm wrestler? I don't know, but you know, if it's quality muscle, like, and it's you know, because muscle tissue contracts, fat doesn't contract. Fat isn't going to pull your bones in any direction you want them to. Muscle is the contractile tissue. And at the end of the day, arm wrestling, to move your opponent, something has to contract and generate force, and fat doesn't do that. So,
right.
I mean, there's like the momentum aspect. Like if you're, I guess, pressing, having extra weight can help with the momentum. But at the end of the day, you need contractile tissue to be a good arm wrestler, and that is muscle. So if you're dirty bulking and using this as a cope to be like, oh, I'm getting better as I put on 100 pounds, slow down. Put on quality muscle, my friends.
I can't wait to go film with Hermes in Italy, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have a blast, dude. Put me in your suitcase, man.
Suitcase, hey, you got some Bridget. Man, you and your lady, come with us, man. Let's do it. East versus West. Go tour Italy. Go shoot some videos.
Yeah,
you need to get out. You need to get out. Come on.
We really do, man. What an experience.
That'd be awesome. All right, moving forward. Posted by CM011 says freedom. Now, this guy made me laugh. It's a picture of Ryan Bowen. You said Jake. You see Uncle John back there, Pradip. Says they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. And it's obviously a Braveheart reference. And it says, F word, your live commentaries with Engen and Neil Pickup and other people leading the charge in the fight. Although, did you see the post made by Ryan Bowen? I think it was today, saying he's not going to do live commentary on East versus West. Interesting.
No, I saw his original one where he said he will, so he's changed his mind. He's not going to. Okay.
He said he still believes in live commentary, is doing well and everything like that, but this East versus West, he's going to sit it out. And he wants to see the data of how much it grows or what happens if he sits it out and the effects on it. But yeah, I saw he made that post. Okay.
I mean, whatever his reason, good. Is what Engen asked for. We owe it to Engen to do, what he asked here. So good for you, Bone.
Mm-hmm. Next is posted by Minhale, our moderator. Says, I took part in a pull-up competition. Minhale's a beast, man. This guy, I can't do pull-ups like that. That's for sure. To be, I think he's 175 pounds. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, those are some strict pull-ups, man.
Yeah, he's going all the way down, all the way back up. You see those pull-up competitions online where people are just like, it's just like, they're moving like 3 inches.
Yeah, you got a min-max. Have you ever done one of those, like, I see people bring them to, like, the beach at, like, in, like, LA or South Beach, where they, like, hold on to this pole for 100 seconds, win $100. You just have to hold that pull-up position. Have you ever done that?
Dude, I'm 350 pounds, 6'8". You think I'm doing a pull-up hold competition?
Hey man, I don't know. I think arm wrestlers
out of my wheelhouse.
Okay, fair enough. Shouldn't have. But yeah, man, that's super impressive. Minhale's a monster.
Yeah. Good on you, Minhale. Good on you, Minhale. Posted by PSM Pvom says Zauer first workout after injury. All right, getting back into it. So did he tore his bicep or his brachialis? I think I heard he tore his brachialis.
Is that it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what he tore specifically, but he's moving, man.
Yeah, I mean, he was always doing like partial range stuff, super ultra heavy. I mean, you run a high risk, man, of injury when you're going that intensive, like 1 rep maxes all the time, and just crazy, ridiculous weight. I mean, that's the risk you run.
Because the AMC tournament in Russia is this Saturday, right? And I think he probably would have pulled that if he was healthier. But we'll see Salayev pulling. Didn't Zauer beat Vitaly Lalatin last time? Isn't that tournament where it happened?
Yeah. I think he beat him 2 tournaments. I think.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, man, another freak who's someone to watch out for Lavon maybe down the line.
I just want to see more out of Zauer. I want to see him get out of Russia and do East versus West, pull some people before people are putting him at number 2 in the world like right away. And I just need some more information on him first, some more context for that type of claim for me. And he could have been the guy. I couldn't in my brain like say he's number 2 until I saw some more out of him against other arms.
No, you're right. The community can be a bit capricious with things like that. They'll see one person win a match and it's like, boom, number 2 in the world. Everyone else sucks. But no, especially with East versus West now, you gotta really earn it. We have a ton of data to work with, so one match doesn't cut it anymore.
All right, move forward. Posted by JHM Premium 89, Andre the Giant showcasing an insane size of hands in 1973. Now, obviously, his hands are huge. Not denying that, but I think this dude's really small as well. I think he obviously has to be a little guy. I think someone give me the stats on. I know he's a famous interviewer guy. How tall was he? How big was he? Someone, I know you guys get some wrestling fans in there. You'll know his name, and then post. Let me know how tall this guy was. He has to be small. There's no way it's that big of a difference.
Is there a way to zoom out? Because I think Andre the Giant was like 7 foot something. Do they show them both side by side, like with their heads in it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's like a solid 1.5 feet, maybe taller. So. Yeah, it seems like that guy's on the smaller side, but I mean, either way, dude, what the heck? Those might be some of the biggest myths I've ever seen.
No, Andre the Giant myths in general are pretty crazy. He would drink a barrel of wine to get drunk. And so it was like, or like a barrel of beer. Like, come on, guys. There's no way. There's no way. Dude.
WWE, man. Things go crazy.
2 barrels was a good night for him. Like, dude, it's not a mythological creature. He's still a man.
Yeah, I've actually been meaning to make this video. I started making a bracket of theoretical best arm wrestlers with like people on each side of it. He's on there. Wilt Chamberlain's on there. So
that'd be cool. Yeah, you should release that.
Yeah. Well, gotta film it. But I think we should have like just of all through history, like who are the best guys? Shaq on there. So that'd be a fun vid.
Posted by Wolf OK4967 discussing bullies with elementary school students. Larry Wheels. I didn't watch this video. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did you watch it?
No, I had not watched that yet.
Wow, you don't care about children, Ryan.
Neither do you.
I can't believe, dude. I just baited you into that, man. I can't believe you said you didn't watch it.
Exposed,
dude. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't watch it either.
What a monster.
Hey, yeah. You know, it builds character. You know, deal with bullies. You know?
There you
go. Posted by Canarks says Wall confirmed to be coming back this year per Alan Fisher. If it's not confirmed by Wall, then I'm not gonna until they release that they're gonna come back. I'm not gonna put too much energy into believing rumors and words from other people. I would need Steve Kaplan to make a video saying, "All right, we're back." You know, then I'll believe it.
Yeah, I dug into that a bit, and they're like working with a consulting firm, and I called the consulting firm trying to get a hold of someone, and then they bounced me around to a bunch of people, and I'm like, I just want to just something. Are you guys coming back? What's the deal? And they said they'll have something to announce soon, which it was a very, very corporate answer, but allegedly we should have something. But again, like you said, until I see it from Steve Clapham himself, don't get too excited.
Yeah. All right. So another Vavoda video. We already talked about Vavoda. He's pulling apart straps.
That's old, turns out also. That's like almost 2 years old.
See, there we go. Beer Man talking about stuff with commentary and pay-per-views. We've already gone over that topic. Devin Lara versus Dave Chaffey super match locked in. I don't believe it's locked in. This is the Paul Italia video, right? Where Devin just keeps saying it's gonna be confirmed. We're waiting for real confirmation for things to be locked in. I'm excited for the match, though. Excited to see it again. Can Devin put the brakes on Dave sooner than he did last time and not make it that ugly, match that they had? Oof. Or has Dave gotten more comfortable with that flop press? Is that going to come out earlier? So there's some things I'm interested to see that'll change for this match.
Yeah.
Who do you predict? How do you predict it's going to go?
Yeah, I mean, prior to Chaffey versus Lalatin, I mean, I'd say Devin obviously won it the first time. Yeah, they won't have that extra 2 inches on the back because they won't have that WAL pad set up. But, dude, Chaffey showed some serious pressing power and stamina against Lalatin. So that might be what he needs. Because if you remember their match, I mean, it was right over Chaffey's pin pad, like a few inches, and then Devin would just Kings move it out. So if Chaffey can just press that little bit extra, you might be able to get the job done. But we're also looking at a totally different Devin than we saw back then. So, yeah, I think it's a good match. I mean, I'm going to sound like the biggest Devin fanboy, but I still give Devin the edge. I just think he looks ridiculous right now. I'm sorry. It's just
no limits, Ryan Turner, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Maybe hide my green hoodie. We'll see, because this now upcoming East versus West will be interesting. Because Chaffey versus Rayvas will give us some really solid data, and then Devin against another heavyweight who Chaffey just pulled in Gennady. Ask me again after May 6th, and I'll give you a much better answer.
Gotcha. All right, posted by Charming Heart 1326. It is my boy Thomas Stobine. He was at practice yesterday. He came to my practice yesterday. We were pulling, talking about it's a picture of everyone with the shirt off, trying to look jacked. And he was laughing. He said people keep saying that he's not natty, and he's like, dude, Derek, I swear I'm natty. That's the crazy part. I just train every single day. I'm a personal trainer. I'm in there all day, every day. So I promise I'm natty. So I mean, and that was a private conversation with no cameras around. So I believe him. Make your own choice, I guess, on that. So, but Tom is doing big things. He's on the show that's actually gonna come out right after we're done here, right? The Buzz.
Yeah, the arm wrestling Buzz.
Yeah, he's one of the guys on the Buzz, one of the guys on that channel. So if you guys get a chance, I think is it still whose channel is it on? Paul Italia?
It was last time. I don't know if they bounced it around, but yeah, last time it was on Paul Italia's. But
okay. Well, you guys find the Buzz wherever it's at. Find it. Yep. It starts. I think when we're done here in about 15 minutes. I want to get down to some questions, like training type stuff questions. Let's scroll down a little bit. Let me find one. It was Devin, live commentary, Turkish, Sean Travis, arm wrestling table renovation, a homemade table with a pulley. Have you made it? Ever built a table, Ryan, like at home?
Not really. I got the top of a table and I kind of built a base with some PVC pipe, but not from scratch. No. But if you're looking for it, if you just type in WAF table dimensions, WAF has like a whole document showing everything you need, the lengths of everything, so you can build a table from there.
Right. This actually looks really. This is a homemade table with a pulley system. This looks really nice.
Yeah, super clean, man.
I like it. He has the fabric going over the front of the table like that to cushion your hips when you're driving into it.
Oh, we need so much of that, dude. Wow.
Yeah. It looks like it's up to specs with the net dimensions.
And the pulley attaches to the leg, so you don't have to like drill any holes on the top, which is nice.
That's how mine is. That's how my pulley is behind.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, this is the way. Oh, look at this. Nice, dude. That's an amazing table for your first build, man. Like I couldn't ever do that. Even I'm not. Yeah, I can't do that. That's all crushed it, dude. Wow, you can get jacked using that.
That is good craftsmanship right there. So you have a table with a pulley system on it. You like doing that?
I have a table with a pulley system.
Do you use it a lot? Like, is it worth?
I got a table with a pulley system. You know.
What's that?
I got a table with a pulley system. We'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. No, I don't use it very much. Right. I want to get more into it. I definitely spent a good amount of money on the pulley system. Yeah. I wanted the nicest pulley system I can find in the world, and I think I have it. It's just I had plans with it, and then the plans, and then the gym and the programming and the time in the day and yada yada yada. So I do. Yeah. I've been doing a lot. I want to do wrist work on my table, but I've still been doing my wrist work at the gym instead. So at some point, I'm gonna come over here and get it done on the table, or that's the plan. Or when I open up my own arm wrestling gym, which I'm actually taking steps towards doing that, I'll move this over to my arm wrestling gym.
Oh, damn.
I went and had a meeting today. Like, I drove to another city. I talked to a guy in a suit. We walked around and checked out offices. Like, I'm taking steps. So
He had a suit?
A suit.
Shit's getting
And glasses.
Getting serious.
And glasses.
Oh,
dude. Yeah, he gave me his card. We exchanged information.
Okay. Dude, that's wicked exciting. Is it going to be like exclusive for arm wrestling, or is it going to be like a general gym where you host your arm wrestling?
Well, it'll have a height requirement, right? It'll be like 6 foot and above.
Nice. Finally, you get it.
Yeah. So no, it'll be anybody can come. Obviously, it'll be open to outside arm wrestlers who want to visit. The eventual plan is to have my own rooms in there where you can come stay there. Like, I'll have adult-sized bunk beds and kind of like a fight camp. It's not going to be the Ritz-Carlton, but you could stay there. And there'll be like a bathroom and a little kitchen. You can stay there in the gym. I'll show up each day and train you for like cheap or whatever. And then, and obviously it's open to all local arm wrestlers. Everyone wants to drive here for sure. And then we'll have practice there as well. But it'll be a gym with a bunch of arm wrestling, like for arm wrestling equipment, like pulley systems, tables with pulley systems. I want to get some custom stuff made, and then some general fitness equipment in there as well. And it's gonna be badass.
So it's not just like a gym for the public where you do arm wrestling. It is an arm wrestling facility.
Yeah. It'll be an arm wrestling facility.
Holy cow.
Dude, right?
That's exciting.
It was in San Bernardino, by the way, Jimmy. He asked right next to San Bernardino Airport. Okay. So I want to do more.
I actually have a question. So my girlfriend coined the term the Lachlan Effect, where like the problem Lachlan has down in Australia is that he's the strongest dude. So he has to train differently. He can't just go max effort. And it seems like you have that. You certainly do have that problem. You're just that much stronger. What do you do? Do you have people put bands on you at practice? And how do you make up for the fact that you can't really go 100% against most opponents until you're tired? Because actually Matt Mask on his recent interview with Engen said the same thing. He's like, I'm constantly catching at practice and it's giving me bad habits because I'm so much stronger. I can't just ready go and break somebody's, in half. So what do you do about that? Is that a big problem for you?
It's definitely a big problem, but it's kind of been a big problem because even before I got to whatever level I'm at, I was always the strongest guy on my team by a good margin, always, right? And so it would always be like, I'd get there and I would just have to, back in the day, I would just spend more time on the table. It would just be keying the table over and over and over again until eventually I would lose just to pure exhaustion because I'm just not even breathing, just dying. Eventually I'd start losing matches. But I don't think that's the best way to train because like I said, I'm not losing because fresh muscle fibers are getting ripped open. I'm losing because I just can't breathe. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm sweating so bad and it's a crazy pump. So I don't think it carries over to as efficient. So anyway, it becomes more prioritizing the gym. It has to be. If you want to make like strength gains, you can do it with bands and things like that. But bands and ropes and things of that nature don't replicate arm wrestling perfectly. A band and rope pull in one direction. So you need like 15 bands and ropes with it attached to people that know what pressures to put to replicate arm wrestling. And so it just becomes a lot. So yes, I'll do bands and rubber bands and ropes and things. But just to isolate some stuff, I really want to make sure I hit it practice. But other than that, practice now is going to be switching, especially because Matt called me or messaged me that night after I lost to Austin Jaggers and told me the whole same thing he said in that interview and spelled it out in long, long text messages.
Really?
And it's something I was thinking about. Like, yeah, I mean, as a big guy, you go to practice, you end up holding on to everybody. Everybody works. Like I was just pulling with Tom Subline yesterday. I hold, Tom hits as hard as he can back and sideways, and I'm just like, okay. And I start arm wrestling out here. Here we go. And I'm starting by, basically dad move, having to grab low on his wrist and bring him back because they're hitting with everything they have. So I'm never offensive or in my move or getting to just work on me. It's just like holding guys where they go. So, but you also don't want to be the dude that's just smashing everybody at practice, right? So it's about finding that balance of getting offensive and holding offensively in my move and letting the guys work and kind of telling them adjustments to make to beat me and things like that. And then, but just staying in my spot, in my comfortable spot in terms of muscle memory. And then horsepower is kind of at the gym. I can do some bands and I will, but generally the gym is still going to be the spot to get stronger.
Right. So it is a problem. You never really get to just 0 to 100 on a ready go with anyone.
Right. No. Not unless they're like using two hands or I arm wrestled 7 people in a row. Then I get to go hard or something, So.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no problem. Dude, all these, I want to, okay. Posted by Snakes Balls says started training arm wrestling movements, 38.5 kg preacher. Any changes to range of motion / body position for arm wrestling specific training? What do you think here, right? Let's see. So elbow forward. He goes past 90, curls up to 90. And kind of once you get it above your elbow like that, then it's just kind of rocking back. I mean, due to just gravity. Once you get up here, this difference isn't that big of a deal unless you're leaning forward, right? Just gravity. Going past 90, I think in terms of health for the bicep and stuff, I think it's good to do full range of motion. I don't think there's a problem with it. I know Artem Taranenko makes an argument that full range is always better, like never doing partials and statics. I believe in partials. I believe in partials and statics. I think there's science behind it about your tendon mechanisms, and the more you get your arm sits in a certain angle, or any muscle sits in a certain angle and gets taxed in one spot, it'll start building up your Golgi tendon mechanism where it's tighter in that spot. So I do believe that having partials and static or plyometric holds, are relevant to arm wrestling. So I would say if you want to be a little more conducive to arm wrestling, maybe stopping at a 90 and then driving up and maybe not doing full range, but full range is still okay for certain things. What do you think?
Yeah, so I tried to find some research on the best way to strengthen ligaments and tendons. And what one study found was doing a ton of weight for a shorter range of motion was actually the best way to build some tendon strength, because it's just the most amount of weight you can hold, right? This gentleman could do maybe 42 kilograms if he didn't go, that full range, maybe even more than that. So if you're just trying to do arm wrestling specific training, I think doing more weight for a shorter range of motion is valuable to throw in. Like you said, I'm never going to bash someone doing full range of motion. The body, goes that way. So do it. Maybe not with the 1 rep max. It got a little uncomfortable there when he was full extended with all that weight. Like, here, watch it here. Right at the bottom, I'm like, all right, you're not going to be in that position on the table. So if you're going to do full range of motion stuff, I probably wouldn't go maybe that heavy and do something for a higher rep range. But no, I think that's fine to throw in. For arm wrestling, I would maybe commit the shoulder a little more there. He's really squared up. Whereas if you look at how you are defensively on a table, his left shoulder would probably be a little more turned in. But no, good lift, man. Not going to knock it. But I do think you should also throw in some heavier weight, shorter range of motion, about where you would be on the table.
Gotcha. Quick shout out, by the way. There was 2 super chats. Ricky Walker dropped another super sticker. Thank you for the $5 super sticker, Ricky Walker. And earlier, my boy Will Klingman dropped a super chat and just said just cause. So thank you for those, and thank you for the support, guys. As always, I appreciate that. So moving forward, Gennady versus Dennis. Oh, Moss Wrestling, that's crazy. That's just an injury waiting to happen, in my opinion. Like, dude, max effort deadlifting while it's being jerked side to side. It just scares the crap out of me watching it. I'm trying to get down. What's up?
I was going to say, Nick Stone and I tried something at practice where we had a stick, and we each grabbed one end of it on the arm wrestling table and fought for the stick. Do not try that at home. Just forget all things Moss Wrestling. It is dangerous and it is stupid. There's a short of it somewhere, but not a Moss Wrestling. It's interesting. It might be fun, and maybe there is a safe way to do it, but I certainly don't know it.
So like I said, guys, I'm trying to get to more like training content to help you guys out right now. That's what I'm looking for. I did release a cupping video. I mean, not to plug myself too hard, but it's right here in front of us on Reddit. I did a cupping video where I was just kind of showing you guys how I target my cupping in the gym. Ryan, did you watch that by chance?
Not yet.
Wow, dude, you don't care about me. Anyway, okay, moving forward. So you were gonna say no. You were gonna say no, right?
I said not yet.
Yeah, there we go. See, exactly right.
We watch so much of your content. You would be.
No, it's just me going like with light pressure, just going over exactly how I grab the handles and what I'm focusing on while I do the wrist curls and stuff. I'm not like doing max effort lifts. I'm just kind of going over the motions. After this, there's Diamond Eyes. He's always posting great stuff, by the way. Huge shout out. Thank you for all the stuff you do, man. Chris Drummond, right? Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, he was in here earlier.
Yeah. So you guys check out his channel, and he's always putting out good training content in there. The Roll of the Riser. I haven't watched it. Just give you credit for not watching mine, but no, I haven't watched it yet. But I have watched his videos in the past, and he's good at articulating things. So
he's like a professor of arm wrestling, dude. He really gets into it. Like he'll bring up slideshows with like the physics of stuff. So Chris is a great dude.
Moderators, please in the chat plug Chris Drummond's YouTube channel, please.
Oh yeah, he's still in here. Thank you, Chris, dude. Your content is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Are you missing a forearm muscle? Here's how to test for it. Oh God. I mean, I know it's like a cadaver arm, but like it's still like.
Here's the test, though. So you can't see. He says, touch your pinky and thumb together and bend your wrist gently. And you can see he has the tendon on this side. You can see he's touching it, but on the left, he doesn't. So he said it's kind of evolving out of humans.
I got it. You got it?
I got it on both. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, naturally, bro. I mean, come on. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah. Right. Look at us.
Yeah, so your thumb to your pinky and flex, and then bend your wrist while your thumb and pinky are touching. Bend your wrist in, and you'll see that one little tendon line individual.
Yeah, does anyone in chat not have it? So again, thumb and pinky flex. Do you not have that little tendon that sticks out?
Who doesn't have it? Let us know so we can talk about you.
Yeah,
let us know. Come on, one more training stuff. This is all great topics, you know, talking about Devin and Todd and everything. These disrespect videos. Have you watched these?
There's two of them. From what's his name? The new arm wrestling channel. But yeah, some of those are freaking crazy.
Eclipse arm wrestling?
Oh, yeah, Eclipse. That's the one.
I think there was worse ones, man, because there's some female ones. I know, what's her name from Turkey? She like got banned from like trying to slap the other girl in the face and stuff. There's more he hasn't put on these videos yet. I remember seeing some other crazy ones. I think there's been full-on fights too.
Yeah, there's nothing funnier than when they start getting all up in each other's face, but they're still strapped to each other. So it's like you can't even like.
Dude, come on, take the strap off first, man. Break down my recent tournament matches.
Oh, hey, did you watch that, Derek?
Yeah. Actually, watched it 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So funny you asked. No, I haven't watched it yet. I lived it with you, man. I was there, man.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So, you know. Dude, everybody's just promoting Cobra Classic. That's coming up April 1st. That's this weekend. All right. So I know I know a few people that are going out to that. Are you going to be heading out there?
Which one is this? What?
It's in Indiana, in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
No, that's not the one closest. The closest one to me is the one in New York, April 14th, which is also the East vs. West qualifier, which is super cool, man. I love this whole qualification idea. That was one of the worst things about WAL. Like you had no idea how to even get on the card. But with a proper qualifier, I think that's an awesome idea. And I know a ton of people in my club are looking forward to it. So you win the qualifier, and then you have to go to the finals.
Yep.
And then if you win the finals, you are guaranteed a spot at East vs. West.
You know who won the super heavyweights right and left out here, right?
Out in California? Who?
Mr. Wheels himself. So he'll be going to the finals. And I even asked Larry, are you going to do, you know, he owns King of the Table, runs King of the Table. Are you going to be doing East vs. West match? He goes, I mean, if I qualify and everything for it. So
yeah,
we're gonna get to see Larry's big. Like I know he's been doing tournaments here and there, but his first high-end tournament where he's actually been in arm wrestling and being beast is going to be the East vs. West finals. He's going to be there.
Dude, was that the tournament where he beat Alan Fisher in the overalls? Was that the East vs. West qualifier?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to see Larry be on that big stage, man. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. No, that's wicked exciting.
Dude, y'all have like no training questions. Everybody's just posting videos.
If you go to the private chat in StreamYard, something to talk about.
Oh, man,
I don't know if that'll open up where we need it to, but
well, it's not opening up on my screen. But it says, how long do you rest before a competition? And most people said a week or more. And then the next biggest one was 5 to 6 days, then 3 to 4 days. 8 people said I don't, with 121 votes total. So on that topic, though, how long do you rest, Ryan?
So I won't arm wrestle the week before if the tournament's on Saturday. I take the Saturday off away from practice, mostly because I don't trust myself to just stop when I need to. Arm wrestling practice is just addicting. So I tend to like, oh, okay, one more pull, and then I'll be walking out the door and someone's like, wait, Ryan, we didn't get the pull yet. I'm like, oh, shoot, you're right. I totally owe you a pull. And then I end up beating myself up, and then I'm smoked for tournament day. So I will take the week. I will basically 2 weeks of no arm wrestling, but I will continue training in the gym up to about 4 days before the event day, and I'll be going very light on those days. How about you? Because other people have different opinions. Like Todd Hutchings says, if you're hitting a PR every week, why would you slow down? Why would you start doing lighter reps before tournament day? Keep doing the exact same thing. You are, peaking every week. So what do you do?
Over time, I know I don't want to feel weak the day of. I know if I take too much time off the day of by the event, I don't like walk in, have my arms feeling like noodles, like where I'm like I haven't used them at all for a week plus, right? So last table time, any kind of challenging table time that would tear anything down, 2 weeks. Last heavy gym session, heavy, where I'm like hitting maxes, a week prior. And then, so say my last heavy day is the tournament's on Saturday. The last heavy day was on the Saturday before, maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, light band work, getting a pump, not tearing anything down, getting the arms used to having some blood in there and some pressure, but I'm not trying to tear anything down. And I'm not trying to tax my CNS either by getting too hyped up. So just getting some things moving. I just want my arms moving so I feel kind of strong. I don't want to be too relaxed by the time Saturday comes around. So I'll push it to Wednesday. I mean, I've gone as far as Thursday doing it again, just to keep things moving going into the event. But that's about it. But trying to stay healed up and keeping the CNS in control.
Yeah.
Kind of important.
One of the follow-up questions in there is, what kind of handles do you like? I'm curious. Like, there's so many, like wrist wrench, the eccentric Mazurenko handles. You got just a strap, a karate belt, all of the above, or do you have some that you're like, this works, this doesn't?
Well, had you watched my cupping video I just released where I went over all the handles?
It has not been out for 24 hours.
I'm just saying, in that video, I go over and I use different handles that I like to use for cupping. Now, the only other cupping handle which in that video, I use a country crush, a two-handed rolling country crush. I use a cone handle, and then I use a standard gym handle that's small diameter, and I use a barbell, like a bench bar.
Yeah.
But the only other thing that I'm trying to get more into would be a Devin handle, the multi-spinner, whatever you want to call it. I like that I think there might be a flaw with me holding on too much with a lot of my handles, because all of them I hold on, right? All of them I'm containing. And that's something I'm trying to work on myself. So getting more into something that straps my hand to it is something I'm looking into for cupping. But it's not tested, so I'm not going to say that's what I do yet, but it's something I'm going to start messing around with. It's doing stuff where I'm strapped into the handle. But I generally like rolling handles, and not always the biggest ones. Just bigger just means it's taxing your fingers. Right? That's all it means. And so you can do amazing things with a standard gym handle that rolls. Just pay attention to where it's at in your hand and how it's hitting your hand and fingers, right? And you can get amazing things done with just a regular handle.
Yeah.
What about you? You use all the stuff, don't you? You got all the stuff.
Yeah. I give everything a fair shake. So I keep a spreadsheet, and it's just anytime I have a new handle, I write it down and then I track the progress with it. I find myself always going back to something like this, right? It's kind of shaped like the hand. I make the dual flexor, and then you also have the flat side. I like doing flat stuff. RBJ talks about that, right? You get the flat side. And so whether it's plate raises, I like doing those. I like the eccentric handles from Mazurenko a bit. They can be a little funky. I've tried those art arm things, the one that is like silicone and it's shaped like a hand.
Right.
I know Michael Todd is like, dude, this is all you ever need, and he's hitting that all the time, and that like dragging, pronating move wasn't for me, man. I didn't love it.
The move he doesn't do on a table during a real match.
That's the one. That's the one. But then the one,
train your king's move. Right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's gone. It's different now, but I wish you would have trained your king's move.
Yeah. The one thing I will swear by though, and is get a rope. You can get them pretty cheap on Amazon. Get a rope, throw it over a beam, or if there's like a TRX rack, throw it over that. Do rope pull-ups. I like a 2-inch rope. Taxes the hand like crazy, and then I treat it like it's a TRX, and I'm doing hammer curls, grabbing each end of the rope, holding on. It works the riser wicked good. Turning around, do tricep extensions. All things rope, and credit to Ron Klemba for that. He trains with the rope all the time. Your hand will get so much stronger in all kinds of ways, and I've felt it translate to the table 100%.
Shout out! I got a buddy that's really smart, really experienced arm wrestler, and he's a big believer in using your hoodie sleeves, like got an old hoodie, cut off the sleeves, and use that as a rope to do pronation and stuff with. So he's actually in the chat right now. So big shout out.
Nice.
But using a sleeve as a rope to do things with. I mean, it can work.
It works, man. Primitive training. Paleo training, ropes, and go outside and pick up a heavy rock and throw it 100 times.
Right. Someone asked me what's the most weight I've ever curled right now. Tip asked me that. Like a single rep? I don't know. I did at Mike Todd's house. He said, let's see how much you can cheat curl with 245 pounds with two hands. And I did 14, but cheaty. So I don't know. I tried a strict curl at Mike's house, 210 pounds. That's the first time I've ever tried a strict curl. So I don't know. I don't know what the most is. What about you?
I don't do them. I'll do dumbbell preacher curls, and I'll bang out like 100 for 6 reps. Kind of like what we saw in that video earlier. Not full range though, only to probably like 90 degrees. But I'm leaning over the preacher curl bench so much because, like you said, when you're at the top, if your arm's vertical, they're not taxing your elbow flexors at all. It's all just going down onto the bench. So I'll lean over so that gravity is always trying to open my arm, and that's why it's so hard to measure these things because I could probably do 150 pounds if I was more vertical and let the weight sit on my elbow more. But so proper bicep curls on a preacher bench, 100 pounds for 6.
Someone in the chat, we're about to sign off here in a second. Can you go find out where the Buzz is on, which channel, so we can send you guys over there? I don't know which channel's hosting the Buzz, the show that started 5 minutes ago.
Maximum Bang Monday. I thought the Buzz was Wednesdays.
Is the Buzz Wednesdays?
I think.
Oh my God, I'm getting too confused. Is it Maximum Bang Monday right now? Okay, yeah, it is because it's Monday. So then it's.
It's been a long week, huh, bud?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, chat. I'm stupid. It was a Paul Tally channel though. Someone answered.
There you go. One for 2.
So wait, is this on Uncle John or Aussie Arm Wrestling? This is on Aussie's channel or Uncle John's channel.
Let's see. It should be on right now.
Either way, you guys head on over there to their channel. Ryan's looking up right now.
Yeah, they go back and forth. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it's live now. Aussie Arm Wrestler.
Aussie. Okay, so it's on Jake's channel. You guys head over there once you leave this. We got 64 people in here right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for being over here. Thank you for the support, the super chats, you guys. Trying to put out more and more content. We're gonna get smoother with this. I'm gonna start signing our guests to contracts, law binding contracts where they have to pay us 10 grand if they back out. We're gonna find a way. It was supposed to be Mike Aiello. It didn't pan out though, guys. I know Mike's a lot of fun. We'll get him in here eventually, I promise. So the guests are coming. We've just been having some hiccups, and we'll get smoother at this whole thing. It's just going to keep moving forward. This is a unique podcast. I still believe in this and the format that we're running. I still believe it has a ton of potential, and we're going to get better and better with this. So you guys, thank you for sticking with us on these early rough patches. We're getting this all ironed out, but I think it has a lot of promise, Ryan. You think?
Yeah, no, I think it's getting better and better. I think if we go back and watch episode 1, we'd cringe a bit. So, and that's good. That's a good sign. If you're cringing at your early content, something's right. It means you're moving up.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm saying thank you for everything. Check out the link tree and all my stuff you guys that I'm doing. Next week we're gonna be on Ryan's channel. I don't know if we're having a guest. We'll post whether we're gonna have a guest or what we're doing with that. But definitely it's gonna be on Ryan's channel next week. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
Real time.
Whack, but it's whatever. Ryan, you got anything you want to say?
No, yeah. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Head over to Aussie Arm Wrestler's channel. He's live right now with Uncle John. Tell him we sent you. And next Monday, mark in your calendars. We'll be there.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.